make some turkey wontons, and I'm gonna put them in my freezer. So I'm gonna start by doing the wonton dough. So I need 2 cups of flour. Okay, it's like 2 cups. And I'm gonna need, and with this vessel, I'm gonna do 1 egg. Salt. And half a cup of water. Just gonna go ahead and whisk that together. Not a recipe I've tried before, so we'll see how this goes. I'm kind of the kind of person who wings it, so we'll see how I do. I already think maybe too much water, so we'll see how I do from here. You know, I can always have more flour, so that's not a big deal. Okay, so then go ahead and you know what, I used a lot of flour, so it's good I used a lot of water, because I think this might actually work out to be a good amount. The gambles of eyeballing, which I think is more fun, so that's why I do it. Okay. We go ahead and mix these together. My dog is finally being very excited, but not very well. Okay. Just flour for my pan. And then possibly more flour to put in here. So just that. There's a lot of flour at the bottom, so I'm gonna have to work it in. Woohoo! Flinging things. I'm trying to like get an angle on this. I can feel the dough is still like very moist on the inside, even though it's getting kind of dry on the inside. So I'm just gonna like I just kind of rip it in half, just to kind of expose that center, because I'm trying to incorporate the flour with the water. It's starting to feel kind of soft, like that nice Play-Doh soft. Like Play-Doh, that's the exact texture you want, pretty much. Play-Doh's slightly more crumbly. You want something a little more glutinous when you're working with a wheat flour, because you're working the dough should be establishing gluten strands in the dough, which adds the nice chewy yumminess to items. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of the bowl. Oh no, I'm gonna put the bowl to the side. Roll this like this for a second on a nice flat surface. So yeah, not too sticky, just kind of to the edge of sticky is kind of the texture you want with a dough. Nice and it's like soft, so you imprint in it easily, so it could almost lift up with you, but it doesn't. You could feel that it's almost sticky, but you don't want it sticky and you don't want it hard. You want it nice and soft, almost sticky. The more you work with dough, the more you'll get the feel for it, and that's really the most important thing. That's more important than measurements. That's more important than anything in my opinion. Some people are like die hard about weighing out the flour and stuff, but I think because everybody's conditions and each day's conditions are kind of unique. Some days it's moister than others. Some days it's a little less moist. Okay, so it's starting to get a little sticky, so I'm just gonna add a little flour because it was starting to kind of like actually stick. So I added a little more flour to it because I don't want it to stick. I want it to just be almost sticky. But anyways, so days where it's moister, you might need a little less water. Days where it's drier, you might need a little more water. You know, it's the environment changes, and it's all kind of in the secret to dough is all kind of in the feel of it, making it feel right. And you also want it to feel smooth, so you don't want to feel lumps. You don't want to feel lumps of flour. What you're doing is working the flour and the water together. And then if there's a fat in there, fat as well. But this is just flour and water, and you're working them together to create a uniform substance. So this is a nice stretch to it, but it's not sticking to my fingers too much. So that's about where we want that to be. Firm but silky smooth. You don't want it too tacky. Okay. I usually feel like it's less time than it feels like it is. Like, yeah, it's one of those things that's done quicker than you think it would be done. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I need to cover up this dough and leave it for an hour. So we're going to go ahead and do that.